Space is supposed to be the final frontier, a place where science rules and mystery fades. But for decades, astronauts, the very people trained to be the most rational, level-headed explorers in history, have come back with stories that sound less like science and more like encounters with something otherworldly. Lights that move with purpose, objects that appear, vanish, and return. Glowing forms drifting silently near spacecraft. These aren't accounts from random stargazers on Earth. These are reports from astronauts themselves, men and women who have traveled beyond our world, who have stared into the void and seen things they cannot explain. Tonight, we're diving into the chilling accounts of astronauts who may have come face to face with aliens in orbit. Let's begin with the Apollo 11 mission. The whole world remembers it as the first time humans walked on the moon. But what most people don't know is that, on their way there, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin saw something strange. They reported an object following them, glowing and cigar-shaped, keeping pace with their craft. At first, they thought it might be part of the rocket they had just attached. But after checking, Mission Control confirmed the object was too far away. Whatever it was, it shouldn't have been there. Aldrin later admitted he saw it clearly through the window, an object moving in silence alongside them in deep space. He described it as shimmering, metallic, and unlike anything he could explain. The Apollo 11 story isn't unique. Other Apollo astronauts reported seeing flashing lights, objects darting across their viewports, and even formations of glowing spheres. During Apollo 15, astronaut Al Worden described seeing a mysterious object in orbit around the moon, moving in a way that no natural object should. And even earlier, during Gemini missions, astronauts James McDivitt and Ed White reported seeing what McDivitt called a weird object, a cylindrical form with arms sticking out, hovering near their spacecraft. McDivitt was so certain of what he saw that he refused to retract his statement for the rest of his life. But the stories don't stop with American astronauts. Soviet cosmonauts also returned with unsettling accounts. In the 1960s, multiple Soviet crews reported seeing unknown objects trailing their spacecraft. Some described glowing lights that shifted and moved as though under control. Others claimed to have seen shapes darting in and out of Earth's atmosphere at speeds no human technology could match. And then there's the chilling story from Salyut 6 in 1978, when cosmonauts reported being followed by what they described as a luminous craft for several orbits before it disappeared. To this day, the reports remain buried in Soviet archives, only partially revealed after the Cold War. Fast forward to 2005. Astronaut Leroy Chiao was on a spacewalk outside the International Space Station, floating hundreds of miles above Earth, with only the silence of space surrounding him. He suddenly saw a formation of lights below. He described them as glowing, pulsing, and moving in a straight line, perfectly aligned, like intelligent craft traveling together. NASA suggested they were fishing boats far below, but Chiao rejected that explanation. From his vantage point, the lights were far too distinct, too structured, and far too high to be boats on the ocean. He admitted later that the experience left him shaken, convinced he had seen something intelligent, something not from Earth. The International Space Station itself has been the site of countless strange encounters. Live NASA feeds have occasionally shown glowing objects drifting near the station, only for the feed to be cut abruptly. Astronauts have spoken cautiously about seeing flashes and shapes moving outside their windows, often describing them as unidentified. Of course, official explanations usually involve debris, ice crystals, or reflections. But the astronauts themselves often hint at something more, speaking carefully but leaving room for interpretation. Even unmanned missions have raised questions. In 2016, Cameras on the ISS captured what appeared to be a massive object entering Earth's atmosphere. The feed cut out just as the object became clearer, sparking debates worldwide. In earlier years, astronauts aboard the shuttle missions also recorded UFO-like objects flying near their orbit, some changing direction in ways that defied the laws of physics as we understand them. Perhaps the most unnerving part of these encounters isn't just the sightings themselves, it's the feelings astronauts describe. Many of them admit to an overwhelming sense of being watched, as though something out there was studying them, following their movements. These are trained professionals, not prone to superstition or wild imagination. Yet time and again they describe sensations that sound almost primal: fear, awe, and the uncanny sense of not being alone. So what are astronauts really seeing? Could these be secret military technologies, unacknowledged even to those in orbit? Are they simply space debris, tricks of light, or ice crystals catching the sun at odd angles? Or is the answer far stranger? Visitors from beyond our world watching us as we take our first steps into space? The truth is, space is full of mysteries, and for every rational explanation, there's a lingering doubt. If even a handful of these astronaut encounters are real, then humanity may not be the only intelligent life exploring near Earth. Maybe the next frontier isn't just about reaching Mars or the stars. Maybe it's about realizing we've never been alone out there. Do you believe astronauts have truly seen alien craft in orbit, or are these stories the result of stress and misidentification? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into astronaut encounters with the unexplained, don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel. Because the universe is vast, and maybe, just maybe, we already have company.